As is well known, the title of samurai used to be one of the most powerful positions to hold in Japan. This all changed when Emperor Meiji came to power and abolished the right for samurai to be the only armed force. He then implemented a more modern army that trained in the style of Western civilizations such as the United Kingdom and Germany. Thus, the samurai class was brought to an end and was to have minimal influence politically under the new system. However, many samurai volunteered to be soldiers and were oftentimes the most motivated and disciplined because of their past. On the other hand, the samurai did still have some privileges because their class was merged into the Shizoku class, and they were still considered more honorable than the common merchant or farmer, and they oftentimes continued to receive some form of salary. But the Shizoku class was different than the ancient samurai in a number of ways. They were not allowed to wear a katana in public, and it was not permissible to execute commoners who paid them disrespect. In essence, the samurai had lost all the power they used to hold, and were simply an honorable class that many times had a higher education. The Shizoku were eventually abolished as well, due to Japan's revision of the constitution on January 1st, 1947, after the empire had lost World War II. And even though people used to be so proud of tracing their lineage back to a samurai ancestor, this practice ceased to be as important. The view of samurai in modern culture is hard to define because of how many different representations of samurai have been published. Japan has always made samurai period pieces since the days of silent film, and continues to do so today. Sometimes they are portrayed as honorable men on a journey searching for enlightenment and peace. Other times they are shown as stereotypical action heroes. One of the most popular directors of samurai films, especially well known in the West, was Akira Kurosawa, who introduced many people to the powerful story elements in classic samurai tales, and also the famous Japanese actor Toshiro Mifune. Mifune would go on to act in 16 movies by Kurosawa, and portrayed a samurai in many of them. Kurosawa has had a great influence on film throughout the world. His Hidden Fortress was a big inspiration for George Lucas's Star Wars.
And don't let me catch you following me, begging for help, because you won't get it.
And the plot of his Yojimbo was directly stolen from to make the Clint Eastwood Western A Fistful of Dollars. And let's not forget his masterpiece Seven Samurai, that influenced such films as The Magnificent Seven and A Bug's Life. Kurosawa won an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, and also won an honorary Oscar for his collected works. Samurai have been viewed a little more stereotypically in the West, oftentimes getting confused with Chinese Wu-Dang fighters and other martial artists. The 2003 film The Last Samurai portrayed samurai during the Meiji Restoration, and Tom Cruise as an American who learns the Japanese language and becomes a master of swordsmanship in what seemed like a few weeks. It made it look too easy and stereotyped a lot of Japanese culture, but I still think it was a pretty good movie. Japan has come out with thousands of samurai films, TV shows, books, manga, and video games. It will most likely continue to do so because the samurai were such an important part of the culture and the history, it will never be forgotten.